I have a bit of a secret, something very important to my life that I haven't really told many people about. It's a project that became much more than I could have ever imagined it to. Something so small, yet so universal, it has reached thousands of people across the world, and I think I'm ready to talk about it. It starts 5 years ago when I made a Twitter account for a microwave. I swear this is more interesting than it sounds. I have to admit that I don't fully remember what thoughts led to the creation of this account, but I do know that shortly after midnight on July 30th, 2019, the newly created Twitter account MicroBeepWave posted a tweet. Later that day, a second tweet. The next day, another tweet, each one consisting entirely of M's, mimicking the noise of a microwave. And that was the entire account, just M's. It was a very typical Twitter gimmick account. They find a single thing to post and that's it. There's a common fate to most gimmick accounts though. After a while, the same joke grows old, and the accounts see less and less use. By the start of the following year, it had become apparent Microwave was headed for the same fate. Through the entire month of February, Microwave had only tweeted out 3 times. It would take a pretty major event to bring Microwave back to life. Well that would do it. With COVID-19 lockdowns in place, I suddenly had a lot more time on my hands. I would just search up microwave and see what people were tweeting about. Then I reply with microwave noises. To my surprise, it garnered a reaction. People were noticing, they were reposting. What does that say? 4,600 upvotes? What the hell? Alright, maybe some were stealing the attention. But still, people were responding. They even began having full conversations with the microwave. Some replied with their own microwave noises while others were just talking to it like I was saying anything. I was still replying with just M's, people were just making up whatever they thought it could mean. Sometimes it was positive, sometimes they make it into an argument. They were pretty much just having a conversation with themselves, but that never stopped them. Sometimes I'd have to be a little more creative in my response, and throw in an emoji or two, just to make sure my answer came across a bit more clear. Such as the time somebody proposed to the microwave. Or the other time somebody proposed to the microwave. There were times I'd just spend an hour talking to the same people in a conversation where I was only replying with My notifications would be filled with the same people talking to this microwave account. Unsurprisingly, these notifications you're seeing here all started with a third marriage proposal to the microwave. Microwave just had that kind of reach. I don't think the scale of it really hit me until I was getting replies in different languages. Whether they knew English or not, it didn't matter. Microwave noises were universal enough for it to break language barriers. I could be talking to people in Polish, French, Spanish, and the account still worked. One of the most special things that come from this was the time I received a DM, which didn't really happen often. It was from an account that would sometimes send messages in English, and other times send messages in Arabic. I didn't understand everything being sent, but with the help of Google Translate, I tended to get the gist. Her messages to the microwave pretty much acted as a journal. Every once in a while I get an update about how she was doing and anything that was going on in her life. And as always, I just respond with some M's. That first message she sent was years ago, and I still get occasional updates to this day. It wasn't until recently that I finally asked her about why she uses the account as a diary. In a sense, she knew that there was an actual person behind the microwave, one that would listen, but nothing more, and that's all she needed. This was actually a very intentional aspect of the microwave account. I wanted to be clear that an actual person was behind the account, but at the same time, I wanted to allow people to see whoever they wanted to see behind the microwave. Looking back at the way people interacted with Microwave, I think that was absolutely the case, and it's what made the account so special. But here I am, coming out publicly as the man behind the account, so why throw it all away? Well, let's look back where this all started. 2019. Let's take a look at the Know Your Meme page for microwave noises, specifically its timeline on the Wayback Machine. It's not an exact statistical measure, but it's still pretty clear that the page saw most of its traction in 2019. Looking at the months themselves, the page was captured most during July of that year, the same time I created my account. The reason I even made the account was most likely because I just kept on seeing microwave noise memes all around the internet. Unfortunately, the internet just moves faster than ever nowadays, and by the end of the year, microwave memes were getting left behind. This entire time I've pretty much been stretching out a dead meme to its limits. You hear about all these interactions I've had with the account and assume it's grown into a pretty large community, but that's not really the case. In the past 5 years I've only gained about 300 something followers. And if you look at recent months, you'll notice that a lot of the tweets only have about 1 or 2 likes each, most of which come from my own personal account. I've had a lot of fun with Microwave, but I've done just about everything I've wanted to do with it, and the account has run its course. It was special though. Seeing this calendar is a reflection of my own life these past 5 years. There was a rise of use during the COVID lockdowns, then each fall you can see posts become less frequent as I focus on school. It's a case that has become worse each year, as I have less and less time on my hands. As much as I'd like to, I no longer have time to create special posts for each holiday. Despite all of that, I've still continued the Microwave account for the past 5 years. But why? In short, it's not like the account takes up too much of my time. It takes less time to send out a tweet than it does to finish this sentence. But in reality, it truly is about the community around the microwave, no matter how small it may be. There's a clip I think about a lot. It comes from a podcast in 2019.
So, of course, for Thanksgiving this year, everyone in my family gave out heartfelt, really, really nice things that they were thankful for, and I said I was thankful for it at MicroBeepWave on Twitter. So I posted that on Twitter, how that's what I said I was thankful for.
Did you actually, legitimately
I swear to God. I explained to them what it was and everything.
Great, that's incredible.
But, he saw the tweet, because I added him or whatever, and he shared it and quoted me or whatever, saying, at my Twitter, smiley face. So my heart is fucking beating out of my chest. I'm so happy. I go to fucking Billy over here replies, dude, he noticed you. I replied, are you He replied, I replied, Billy replied, So it just kept going back and forth. Then he replied, beep, beep, beep. Billy replied, oh, my pizza rolls are done. He replied a picture of pizza rolls in a microwave. Oh, it was so great.
Greatest interaction I've ever had on Twitter.
Just a few months after the account's creation, Microwave is already being brought up in Thanksgiving table conversations. I've run Microwave long enough to understand that going viral isn't what makes an internet project a success. It's the people that you impact and the kind of impact that you make. Going viral might allow you to impact a larger audience, but that's about it. Looking back at all these interactions with the account, I'm able to see the impact Microwave had. I don't know how much longer the Microwave account will last, but it's a question I find myself asking more often. As long as there's people finding joy in it though, I'm willing to let it keep going, however long that may be.